Hello, hockey fans. What a week it has been. And we are now entering the midpoint of NHL March Madness. We're entering the middle of the month. There's barely over a month left in the season, yeah. There's, my count's correct. Let's see. One, two, three. There's my calendar up there. One, two, three, four, five. 30, there's, there are 33 days left in the regular season. Yeah, the regular season ends April 14th, and it's been an event. It's been quite an eventful week. We finally got a clinch this week. The Boston Bruins became the first team to clinch a playoff spot. They did it on Saturday with their win over the Detroit Red Wings, and it was coupled with the big time blowout regulation loss by the Islanders. So they're in, one down, 15 to go. But yeah, it's been pretty interesting, especially for some teams in the league. But let's take a look at the standings, shall we? First off, we have. Let's start with the Eastern Conference. Of course, in the Atlantic, the Bruins, the officially playoff bound Bruins, lead the way with 105 points, 50 wins. They became the quickest team. They became the fastest team to 50 wins and the fastest team to get to 100 points. And they're on pace. I think they said they're on pace now to win 63 games. It's gone down a bit, but they're still on pace to break the wins record. Um, but yeah, um, Boston leads 105 points. Close, and I'm kind of being sarcastic when I say that word, close behind Boston, Toronto Maple Leafs with 88 points, 40 wins. And the Tampa Bay Lightning, who I think we broke, is hanging in there with 84 points. In the Metro, we have a tie now because thanks to the Carolina Devils game, which just happened, the Devils shut out the Canes 3-0. So now there's a tie atop the standings atop the Metropolitan standings. The Hurricanes and Devils have 94 points, but the Hurricanes do have a game in hand, so they have uh, 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 they have the first place position. Devils are in second, and the Rangers are the distant third with 84 points. Wild card. The Islanders and Penguins actually swapped positions. The Islanders hold the number one wild card position with 78 points. I said the Penguins hold the number one wild card position with 78 points. The Islanders dropped down to 76. The Florida Panthers 3 points out of a spot at 73. The Capitals with 71. The Senators with 70. And the Sabres and Red Wings with 69. Of course, the Red Wings just beat Boston. They handed the Bruins their 10th regulation loss in their 65th game. That's impressive. As for the Western Conference, in the Central, the Stars made it first place, but not by much, 85 points. The Minnesota Wild are close behind with 84, though they'll be without Kirill Kaprizov for the next few weeks. The Winnipeg Jets leapfrogged us, unfortunately. They're the ones who beat Tampa. Like I said, we really broke Tampa in that Cup final, didn't we? The Jets are in third place with 79 points. In the Pacific, Vegas remains in first place with 88. The Kings are close behind with 85 points, and the Kraken are in third with 81 points. The Kraken are 2 points away from clinching their first winning season in their short franchise history. It's only their second year to play. But if they go to overtime, they'll clinch a 500 record, 82 points. Because with 82 points, even if you lose out the rest of the way in regulation, you'll still be 500. But yeah, it takes 83 points to get a winning record, and Seattle's 2 points away from that. The wild card, Oilers hold the number one wild card position, and now the Avs drop to the number two position. Edmonton has 80 points. Colorado has 78. The Predators keep winning. They're getting close. They are getting close. The Predators got their overtime win. They're at 73 points. Calgary's also 73 points, but the Preds have 3 games in hand. And that's about it as far as realistic shots, because anything below Nashville and Calgary is just dead. Nobody else has a chance in the West. So that's how it goes. But yeah, so Boston is officially in, and again, thanks to Boston being way ahead of everybody else, Nobody else is going to clinch for the next like week or so. Matter of fact, I think the closest to them as far as point. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. I think if I'm reading this correctly, yeah, number 2 overall in the NHL, it's Toronto. Yeah, yeah. The Maple Leafs are second overall in the NHL. That's as far as they're going to get to because they're not going to pass Boston. But that's something. The Maple Leafs have the second best record in the entire league. That's something. It's been a while since they've been that high in the league. But yeah, Toronto, and I think I've got that right. No, I'm sorry. I apologize. I jumped to conclusions. I apologize to any Leafs fans watching this, but they know better than I do because I jumped the gun. I completely skipped over the Metro standings. So yeah, Carolina's number 2 overall. New Jersey's number 3. Then it's Toronto at number 4. But yeah, Toronto is number 4 overall. Carolina's number 2 overall. But by 11, they're 11 points behind Boston. So yeah, it's gonna be a while before the next team clinches, which sucks because I like to see my playoff puzzle filled soon. I like to see a lot of clinches in like a given week, and with Boston just right away with everybody else in the league, it's gonna be tough. I think Boston might clinch the. I'm gonna go as far as to say I don't think Boston might clinch the number 1 seed in the conference before the next team punches in their ticket. You know, but yeah. So Boston's one piece of the puzzle. Obviously, for the looks of the Eastern Conference standings, the top 3 is gonna pretty much remain the same. I don't know about the order. I mean, Toronto and Tampa are pretty close to each other. 4 points separate them. Though Tampa, they've been sluggish. They have been very sluggish. They haven't been winning in bunches this season. As for the Metro, the only thing that's gonna be up for grabs, the only thing that's gonna be decided is 1-2 in the division because I think the Rangers are gonna be stuck at 3. So they're gonna have to start. They're gonna have to start on the road. They got to start the playoffs on the road, and they are going to get in. But yeah, I think the top 3 is going to be pretty much cemented because Tampa is 11 points ahead of the 4th place team in the Atlantic, which is Florida, and the Rangers are 6 points ahead of the 4th place team in the Metro, which right now is Pittsburgh. The West is not the same way. It's pretty close, even though the point totals aren't as high. 88 leads the West, which is crazy this late. It's pretty close to the Pacific. It's pretty much wide open. Hell, Seattle actually has a shot. Edmonton might have a chance of overtaking all 3 teams. But yeah, Edmonton and Seattle separated by 1 point, and in Pacific, 1st and 3rd are separated by 7 points. In the Central, 1st and 3rd are separated by 6 points, and 1st and 4th are separated by 7 points. Yeah, Winnipeg and Colorado keep swapping those positions. We need to get to the top 3 because the top 3 means you avoid playing the number 1 team in the first round, and which is why I'm so pissed that Tampa lost to the Jets at home too. 'Cause I thought, well, Tampa's gonna take care of them. Yeah, Tampa is sputtering. They are. They're like a broken down car. Of course, three long playoff runs will do that to you, especially since the bubble was extra long. But yeah, they're just right out of gas. They are, and should be interesting. I think they're gonna be. I think they might be a little bit semi-easy pickings for Toronto because that's going to be the series. I think it's going to be Toronto-Tampa in that first round, but yeah, so it's going to be pretty interesting. It's pretty close in that West. I think a West spot will be clinched for a while because I think it might be a little bit longer than a week because my birthday's in 6 days. It's this Saturday, and I think a West playoff spot will be clinched until around like the 19th or 20th, if that. But it's going to be very interesting. So that's my recap. That's the update on the playoff picture with 33 days left. 33 days left in the season. God, everything's coming pretty quick. The playoffs, if the site's right, the playoffs start in Uh, uh, the playoffs start in about 5 weeks. Yeah, in about 5 weeks from tomorrow. Baseball season starts in 18 days, and March Madness is in 2 days. Yeah, March Madness starts this Tuesday. So yeah, so that's my recap. That's my latest recap. If you like this video, click the like button, click subscribe if you want more. I will be back next Sunday for another recap. Hopefully, the Avs do play on my birthday for the third straight year. We're in Detroit. Hopefully, I get the great birthday gift of an Avalanche win. So I'll be back next Sunday for another recap. Hopefully, teams will come close to clinching. So stay tuned.